Namaste friends. I've been recently back from a holiday and a pilgrimage trip to Uttar Pradesh towns of Varanasi or Kashi, Prayagraj and a adjacent Bihar town of Gaya. So this is my first video. I've been thinking of making some videos about my own personal experiences, about my tours and travels, and also my political opinions as well. So first of this video, I have repeated it a couple of times just to make sure that I remember this when I look back at this. So let me tell you a few things about the visit, which would cover things like my experiences after discussing what is the political situation with my relatives who stay in Kashi, the people I interacted, the businessmen, the shopkeepers, the auto rickshaw drivers, the taxi walas, the pujaris, and various other things about what their political opinion is and what is the future, what exactly has happened. Apart from my experience about, if I have to be a bit more specific, what a South Indian or a Hyderabadi should be doing when he wants to visit or plans to visit these few important, very important Hindu, culturally important or spiritually important towns in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. So let me first finish with the spiritual bits. So there is actually a flight direct from Hyderabad to Varanasi, which sounds a bit domestically expensive, but if you can bear with that, that is good. But so I can't really comment on the train travel. But I've seen a lot of other people who are coming in from Karnataka, various parts of Telangana, various parts of Andhra and Tamil Nadu as well, who have arranged self arranged coaches, big buses, small buses. Somebody from Telangana Nirmal area have come in their own vehicle, four in all, driving together. It was a great experience speaking to them. They have taken a great risk, but their own opinion was the drive was absolutely fine. One break in between Telangana and UP, and they have just reached there. And I bumped into them a couple of times, so they were really happy doing it. So now coming back to the actual Kashi corridor, I have been one of those lucky ones who had these arrangements made to visit the actual temple. So I had a close darshan for about 15 minutes on the first occasion, on the first day. And then I again went back on the third or fourth day of my visit and again had a darshan. But honestly speaking, the first day I did not have the huge experience about how actually the temple and the crowd will be like, because we had a quite long darshan. And on the second occasion, I felt how actually the temple is and the darshan looks like. So having visited Tirumala temple quite a number of times, I felt it is very disorganized at the moment. Very disorganized at the moment. I don't know how things are. So this is what I suggested to my RSS, VHP and the BJP friends, like how things are here. And I think they, from a few people should come around to have a look and visit and then see what all the arrangements Tirumala temple has made for devotees, the smoothening of things, and or maybe hire a couple of people to assist them for a 6 months or a year period to smoothen the things. First thing, that is about the darshan and the crowd. And the second thing is the magnificent corridor. Just looks like what it's been shown on TV when Modi ji inaugurated it, or whatever YouTube videos you see, or even better than that. But actually, it is still not open. The food court or the museum or whichever is not open, and the final part of it, which is towards the Ganga and the Ghat with all the lifts and everything, is not complete. So maybe we'll have to leave it. If you are fit and fine, ready to go now, but if you are not completely fit, you think it's all ready, it is not yet. There are lots of things happening all over the place. More developments, more widening of roads, more development of this corridor. So maybe we'll have to leave it for a few months before you go there. Otherwise, the final conclusion, it is absolutely a place everyone should visit. There is no second thought about that. And my trip to Prayagraj, the road was absolutely fine. We had to travel by car, because again I have to say, It is the same place where the Kumbh Mela actually happened, where we perform all this puja and everything. It was all well organized, and maybe a point I missed in the Kashi, which I have reiterated here, is so Modi ji has changed the corridor, but he has not changed the mentality of the auto driver, rickshaw, businessman. So there is absolute fleecing all over the place. You have to be very, very careful. Speak Hindi, get around, start to bargain, and only then you will be safe. So the Prayagraj experience, the Triveni Sangam was absolutely brilliant. The boat, the temple, and everything. And then my trip to Gaya was on a very unexpected day, on the second day of my visit to on the pilgrimage. So it was holy day. Actually, many people advised me not to go there because there is so much of misinformation about Bihar. But I said, fine, we are in India. We will go as a family. Let us see what is going to happen. So basically, the only thing was absolutely no shop or food outlet was available in the 250-kilometer area. Everybody was happy celebrating their own Holi. There was no disturbance from their side. So whatever was breakfast and the lunch was organized at Gaya after we reached there. And then the temple was there as usual. So it is the Vishnupada temple there, which I have read up previously before going there, and it absolutely happened according to plan. So the road is not as great as we expected. The one that was inside Uttar Pradesh from Varanasi to Prayagraj was excellent, but this was still under construction. So maybe, as I said, 6 months, a year would be another great time to visit. So same thing again, like Gaya and Prayagraj, including Varanasi, are a must place for each Hindu to visit. So that was about the pilgrimage, and then I'll come to a bit of the political thing. While I was there, the elections and the results were done with, and then we were expecting the chief minister swearing in ceremony. So I had a chat with all of them. So the absolute truth, what I want to tell you is, Yogi ji has finished 5 years. If he wants to, he's going to finish his next 5 years, and if he wants to, he's going to come back for the 5 years after that as well. And 2024 is definitely Modi ji's. The groundswell and the sentiment and the absolute happiness with all the people I have spoken to, there is nothing else to add actually. So if Yogi ji wants to just stay back, not go anywhere else or get a promotion, he will be here for the next 15 years. So it's absolutely a brilliant place, because I visited Kashi a decade ago. It's completely changed now. So it was nice trying to express myself in the first and the small video. I'll come back to you with a few more in the next few weeks. Thank you very much.